your team, the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. They played at home in their home opener.
Your team is the Jets.
Okay, never mind. So,
but I hear you.
Your secondary team, the Denver Broncos, they've had their home opener with Bo Nix. They wore white at home, white on
terrible.
Yellow. I thought was a really interesting combination.
It was a terrible idea. You don't wear white in Denver. And then the Steelers wearing black and yellow, and their fans were everywhere. And it seemed like a Steeler home game to me in Denver. And they fucked up the national anthem, and then they fucked up the flyover. The flyover was cool. It was just 10 minutes late.
Oh,
when they came out in white, I was not very happy. I'm not going to lie.
What were your takeaways just seeing Bo Nix live, that offense, that team? The defense seems improved. Offense seems to struggle.
Look, bro, I can sit here and harp on Bo, but it's not Bo. It's not Bo, dog. It's Payton. Sean Payton yesterday coached like he's never coached before. And I'm not saying like he coached his ass off. I'm saying he coached like he's never coached. Like he just picked up the shit and was like, I'm going to go coach. The 4th and 7 call at midfield was maybe one of the worst calls I've ever seen ever. It's 7-0. There's maybe 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second half. He decides to go for it on 4th and 7 from their 40.
That doesn't make sense.
And they don't get it. And then of course, they drive down to get a field goal and it's 10-0 at halftime. Like you're just giving them points. The play calling was trash. I thought the effort on defense was outstanding, but TJ Watt might be the baddest motherfucker in the NFL.
TJ Watt is
God damn, that kid can play, dog.
Unbelievable.
Such a fucking animal. So, look, I think the Broncos are in real trouble, dog. Like, I don't think you can blame it on Bo Nix either. It's the guy running the ship. If he's not going to simplify things and he's not going to make it so Bo Nix can have progression and do things that are, conducive to him getting better, then they're fucked. I mean, they couldn't run the ball at all. I think Javonte Williams had 11 carries for maybe 30 yards. Ugh. That's not very good. So, look, man, I'll tell you what they need to do. They just need to suck and draft Shedeur and Travis. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you draft both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah. Try and get both of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look, it's just – It's Pat Surtain and Singleton, Zach Allen, and then a bunch of guys. Cooper's a good pass rusher. He's not a great one. TJ Watt's a great one. I'm concerned, to say the least. Now, I don't really give a shit, but I'm concerned, to say the fucking least.
Yeah, I hear you. And there's a video you wanted me to show. It seems as if
watch this. And there's no sound.
Yeah.
I just want everybody. How does this look to you?
Let's see.
He's trying to get in the huddle. He's getting the call. Watch everybody's face and everybody start talking to each other. What are we doing? What's the call? He's looking down his wristband, trying to figure it out. Everybody understand? No. When everyone's just like, yeah, I got it. They're running the line like, I don't fucking got it. So,
jeez.
Look, Sean Payton needs to stop trying to outsmart himself, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to stop this shit. You've got, I'm not going to live and die with every loss like I do with the Buffs, but I do want to see the Broncos competitive, bro. They've never been this bad for this long. So Sean Payton has got to figure out what he wants to do. Does he want to be a dictator and rule with an iron fist and just be a tyrant? He's throwing shit on the sideline, freaking out on motherfuckers. Okay, there's a time and place for that, I guess, but it ain't in the home opener. Why are we wearing white?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are the Broncos wearing white at home, dog? Why?
That's
terrible.
With the Steelers wearing their base uniform.
And I saw the Buff fans are gonna love this. I saw Sean Keeler, the guy who.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's walking around doing whatever he's doing. And I was like, "What's up, Sean?" He said, "Hey, Matt." And I was like, "Why are they in white?" And he goes, "Oh, because it's hot." And I was like, "It's cloud. What?" So they thought that it would wear out. They thought that Pittsburgh would get worn out because they're in black uniforms. I know that the sun absorbs into black, but that's
the fuck
terrible. It's terrible.
What the hell?
So we can't wear white. We don't wear white at home, bro. Not here. We don't wear. This isn't the fucking Saints. This is the Denver Broncos. We don't wear white here. This isn't the Cowboys. I know the Cowboys wear white at home, and you were the OC there. It's not the Cowboys either, dog. It's the Broncos. We wear orange. That's the home color. The whole stands were orange. If you were going to wear white, tell everybody to wear fucking white, dog.
It's
I
a
mean,
white
goddamn, coordinate with your goddamn fucking fan base. So, man, I don't understand what the Broncos are doing. The offensive line is unbelievably paid, and they are garbage. Garbage. And we were there yesterday. Bree and I went, and it was not that hot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even sweat through my shirt, so it's not that fucking hot. Give me a break. But it's just the offensive line. McGlinchey and Bowles. Bowles played awful yesterday. He looked like a rookie again. I mean, at one point, they ran into each other like fucking some Scooby-Doo shit, and they were like both on the ground at the same time hurt. Miners just got paid. I haven't seen him block anybody yet. The Wattenberg, the center, I'm thinking he's a little bit of a liability. He was getting ragdolled by Cam Hayward. And Ben Powers, another guy who got $80 million. I mean, there's like almost $200 million worth of contracts on the offensive line, and they run for 35 yards. I know that that's Cam Hayward and Highsmith and TJ Watt, and they're good, but
it's a run on. But yeah,
you're a fucking professional. You're getting paid $80 fucking million. You can't move someone.
Yeah, it's a problem.
So I'm disappointed to say the least, dog. I don't know where they go from here because they go to Tampa. And anybody who thinks they're going to go win in Tampa in September, how'd the Miami game go last year in September? And then they go to New York and they're staying on the East Coast. Every time they go to New York, they get fucking shit stomped. I watched one game in New York one year where the running backs had like 200 yards combined rushing. And then the next time I watched them in New York, Sam Darnold like ran somebody over and ran for like a 60-yard touchdown and won. So the Broncos are going to come back to Denver, hosting the Raiders and fucking Baba Yaga, Max Crosby, at 0-4.
Tough matchup. Yeah, really
and
tough.
Then Baba Yaga's going to walk in here and go, oh, fuck. I get to play against McGlinchey and Bowles. Sack. We're fucked.
Man, yeah, I hear you. And the Raiders just had a huge win against the Ravens, led by Gardner Minshew. Let me ask you, what any other takeaways from week one, just around the NFL? Any takeaways? Or week two?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Week one and I mean, the first 2 weeks of the season have been terrible. Like, God's fucking awful. Terrible, bro. Like, either just complete blowouts where the other team doesn't show up, or 19-16 and 12-9. And I thought this was the wide open, pass the ball over the fucking yard league.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, I mean, the rules.
Everything is continued by a penalty. Like, I don't know if the Cincinnati, Kansas City end of the game was a penalty or not. It looks like he was going after the ball to me, but I thought the defender had every right to the football the receiver did. He didn't play through him. He played over him. He jumped higher. That's a cop-out penalty, bro. You only get that in Kansas City on 4th and 26. Get the fuck out of here.
Penalty or not, I think it's very debatable for sure. JB had made a great point that he thinks that because the defender made contact before the ball got there, that it is a penalty.
Yeah, but in slow motion he gets there. But if you watch it in full time, it's almost like bam, bam.
Yeah, that is true.
So I feel like the product is really shitty because we've got so many young quarterbacks that are trying to project them from college and that scheme to the NFL and that scheme, and the NFL offensive coordinators like refuse to help.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not going to put Will Levis in Tennessee in a position to actually be successful. They're going to try and squeeze him into the fucking box. They're not going to put Jaden Daniels in a place to be successful. They'll squeeze him into a box.
I don't know what the Will Levis thing. Will Levis is single-handedly doing some shit. The Titans as a team, I will say, without the Levis thing, Levis has done this 2 times in a row where he's gone out and just.
You want to know why he's doing it? Because he's panicked and doesn't know the fucking system.
That's a good point.
It's too much fit. Like, I'm sorry, but we can't assume every first-round player is fucking Peyton Manning.
True.
Like, Peyton and Tom changed the way fucking football was done. They started doing it at the line of scrimmage, and now we want everyone to do that, and everyone can't.
Yeah,
dog, I'm telling you, like, there's people out playing on the NFL field that don't know what fucking how they protect. They're just playing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big time break here between knowledge and power. Like, most people say knowledge is power. But I'm telling you, everybody wants the power, but they just neglect the knowledge at the front. You got to learn. And what should have happened, and I know Bronco fans don't want to hear this, but you're paying him anyway. You should have just kept Russ and drafted Bo and had Bo sit and watch Russ suck and struggle. And then you can blame it all on Russ and just bench this fucking bum in the middle of the year. And then people are excited about Bo rather than throwing Bo in the fucking deep end immediately and being like, here's a cinder block, dog. Fucking life jacket. Let's see if you can swim. Yeah. And it's stupid, bro. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Every rookie quarterback that has played has struggled so far.
Not one rookie has thrown a touchdown yet in 2 weeks.
That's crazy. Like,
Look at this one. Look at this one here. I think everyone should hide their girlfriends and moms.
He did recently get engaged though, so we might be safe.
No, that don't mean nothing. He went to BYU. They got like 9 wives. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Mormons don't have a ton of wives. That's not a thing. And it is a thing. So fuck all.
I'm not arguing with you on that. But yeah, rookie quarterbacks have really struggled. Look
how bad Caleb Williams looks. His nails look good though. Woo! Oh my god, dog.
Caleb has struggled in both weeks. I mean, I don't know if you watched Caleb's one game. That Titans game, he looked horrific too.
He was fucking terrible last night, dog. God. So look, I don't know the answer to this question because there's only so many good quarterbacks, and if you don't have one and a good mix of a coach that can actually put him in position to be successful, we are fucked. So I think the Broncos might win 3 games, maybe.
Wow.
Which is good. Then they get the highest draft pick possible. And the last time they had the highest draft pick possible, they got Vaughn. And it was the start of turning them back into a Super Bowl contender. So sometimes you got to eat a lot of shit. And that's where we're at. So everybody smile and take a big bite and try and get it down as fast as possible so we can move forward here.
Well, yeah, who knows? I mean, 3 wins, and that could put them in position to potentially go after Travis Hunter. You never know. We'll see. But yeah, interesting week of NFL. Or Shador, yeah.
Remember what the Cardinals did? They drafted Josh Rosen. He sucked, and then they just drafted Kyler Murray the next year and got rid of Josh Rosen. So Bo Nix can be Bo Quicks out the door if he doesn't get his shit together here. But I don't want Shador coming in and Sean Payton being the coach. So it's got to be a package deal. If they're going to suck this bad, then Nix needs to go and Payton needs to go immediately.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if they only win 3 games and he cut everybody on the team that he didn't like and all these good players that are now all over the NFL playing for other teams and doing well, and the guys he replaced them with are getting beat, then that means that he sabotaged the team. And the last time that happened, I was on the fucking team. Josh McDaniels came in and sabotaged the entire team and traded Brandon Marshall and fucking traded Jay Cutler. And all of a sudden I was sitting there. Brandon was my locker mate. I walk in one day and he's gone. And I'm like, well, where's Brandon? Like, we traded him. And I'm like, well, shut the fuck up. We traded Brandon Marshall? Yep. So, some of these coaches have such huge egos that they can't see their hand in front of their face, bro. Like, they think that their way is the reason they win. And he forgets he had Drew Brees. Because the last couple of years when he was in fucking New Orleans and he didn't have a quarterback, did they win?
No, they struggled.
Nope. They didn't even make the playoffs. So, and then he left the entire team in what? Salary cap hell. Yeah. Like they were
the worst team in the NFL.
They've had to climb out of it. And I'm surprised New Orleans is as good as they are with how much Sean put him in a hole before he left.
Yeah.
So, it's not like I'm not going to sit here and act like Sean Payton's a good dude. Sean Payton's a prick. Sean Payton is the guy who led Bounty Gate. And I'm hearing a ton of shit like
crazy shit about that.
Bounty Gate wasn't even real. Like Bounty Gate was just kind of and they were actually like fucking stealing painkillers and selling them and shit. Like, I don't know if that has any legs, but goddamn, I mean, it's a national story.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of investigative journalism has uncovered that. Like, I saw that.
Like,
unbelievable.
I'm just saying, dog. It's it has the potential to get extremely contentious in Denver because Bronco fans are done with this shit, dog.
Mhm.
Period.
Yep.
Period. They are done. So yesterday was, I like going to Bronco games, but yesterday was like, how do I stay awake during this fucking game? And it was just focus on TJ Watt. Whenever he's on the field, I was just watching him. And then they got cloud cover, and I was like, all right, let's get the fuck out of
here. Yeah. Man. Well, we'll see. We'll see with Denver and Bo Nix. You know, this is gonna be a long, long season, I think.